Hey guys, what is up? The Grandmaster 105 here, and today we are back with another Would They Survive? Now, since this video actually includes a YouTuber who is GrayStillPlays, then make sure to go down to the description and check out the link to his channel. So, what we're covering today is, would the SCP Foundation survive GrayStillPlays? So, let us start with some information here and a little bit of comparison. So, as you all know, if you are subscribed to GrayStillPlays or you've watched his content in the past, you know that he is all about causing chaos and havoc and destroying the virtual world of video games, causing glitches to happen, way crazy stuff that's not supposed to happen in the game, and much more. Well, what if that was taken to the SCP Foundation? Think about all the different stuff that GrayStillPlays has actually done during all of his videos. So, he's caused Category 10 hurricanes, tsunamis, and much more. He's summoned Cthulhu who knows how many times. He's destroyed the Earth, possibly multiple different dimensions or alternate realities, time and time again. Especially on Universe Sandbox and Universe Sandbox 2 and Solar Smash. And also destroying the world in a much simpler way, as ruining one single person's life, or in other words, destroying the entire world. Well, let us go ahead and take a look at the SCPs real quick. There is a lot of stuff that could go down, but we all know that there's a lot of invincible SCPs. SCP-682, SCP-096, and many more. Also, super strong ones, as the two I did mention, SCP-173, which actually scares the heck out of SCP-682, and much more. Now let's start with let's start with this one, SCP-3008. So how would this SCP stand up against GrayStillPlays? Well, see, a normal person would go inside that place, and all of a sudden, you're the puppet of the infinite IKEA. Well, if GrayStillPlays entered it, then that place would be his puppet. And if not, a barren wasteland within seconds. As I mentioned, he can do multiple things, and apparently since it's infinite, it's without a doubt huge. Maybe not on the outside, but on the inside, of course. And as I mentioned, GrayStillPlays has had the ability to summon Cthulhu across multiple video games. And just simply that could destroy the entire world, including that SCP. SCP-682 now, SCP-682 is the unkillable reptile. Now, GrayStillPlays has been killed in many video games, but of course, he hasn't died in a video game without him putting up a good amount of chaos. And if he wanted to, he could end the world. And what would SCP-682 then do then? Float around on random fragments of the Earth? Now, SCP-096. What if GrayStillPlays looked at that thing? Well, that thing would probably die. The Shy Guy would stand no chance, as once again, the world has been destroyed in video games multiple times by GrayStillPlays in multiple ways. And, as you can see, the title of one of his videos over here was I Ended the World with Starbucks. If a guy is so powerful that he could destroy the entire world with Starbucks, and Starbucks only, then that is some strong abilities. And of course, he's from Florida, where the people there like to beat up alligators and drink Bud Light all day. As you can probably tell, some parts of Florida are pretty crazy. And let us think here. The multiple different video games he's played, he's done multiple things. And within just a couple minutes, every single one of those SCPs, from the biggest and strongest to the smallest and weakest, could all be going through the 9 circles of hell within seconds. And now, SCP-173, what if GrayStillPlays looked at that and turned around? Well, let us think. There are some video games that allows him to have invincibility. Well, what if GrayStillPlays played SCP and was able to hack into some kind of code? Or maybe just change the files simply. I don't know why I said hack. He doesn't hack anything. He just puts mods and changes the files of the video games around. But he could make himself invincible probably easily if he actually played the game. Thus, making himself invincible, and like the SCP-096 termination log, SCP-173 could snap his neck again and again and again and again, and it wouldn't bother him. He would just have to turn his head back around the right way, and everything would be fine. And now let's think here. What about the Scarlet King? The Scarlet King is super powerful. But once again, does he stand a chance up against GrayStillPlays? Most likely not. Because, once again, GrayStillPlays can summon Cthulhu if he wanted to. And that alone could destroy the entire Earth. Now, I know this was shorter than the usual when I do these videos, but that's all just about I can cover without repeatedly saying GrayStillPlays could destroy the world within seconds. So what do you guys think of this video? What's your opinion on it? Do you think the SCP Foundation would survive GrayStillPlays or the other way around? And make sure to go down to the description and go check out Gray's channel if you haven't seen it already. And anyways, guys, be a master, stay a master. See you guys next time. Good night, everybody.